freezing in here. I'm very shortly going to close the door, and I'm tempted to get something to stop my tummy from rumbling, but I don't think I will have time. Well, I will have time, but I don't think I will do that. But yeah, tell you what, let me close the door because it is freezing in here. One second. Right. Okay. So a useful thing happened just now, in that I found this. Sorry, I don't know why I held it up to the microphone. I found this, which goes that way, which I've been looking for the last couple of weeks. It's my tiny little Bluetooth speaker. It was on top of a storage heater. I was going to turn the storage heater on, but it's not plugged in. So instead of put the radiator on, it is probably not going to heat up in time. But we are here, and I am way overblown. That's just me speaking into the ether. There we go. That'll balance things out a bit. Bit of light. Lovely. Okay, so I'm feeling like I'm quite quiet. That might be my headphones. But there goes the chat. But it also might be me. Let's have a quick check. Mic check. 1 to the 2. Hello. Yeah. I don't like fiddling with my levels too much, but I've managed to make a sort of horrible nest of cables recently, where my audio interface is, and I need to address that, which I will at some point. So, welcome. Today, we are talking about connections and how we make them. So I've spent the last month on Morning Creative talking about how we make connections. And, well, the theme for February has been connect. And so everything I've been working on in February has all been about what that might mean. What might the word connection mean? And, what can we... what ideas does that bring up? So, yeah, that is... and so today, I'm going to summarize, as the title of this stream says, 17 things I wish I knew about networking before I was 40, which is kind of essentially what we're doing today. So if you would like to say hello in the chat, please do. You're always free to do so. Always love to see your comments. It means a lot when I see them, and I like being able to bring them into the episodes as well. So always good to have your company here. I think this is going to be a nice one. I think, bar the artwork, I've actually got everything I need to do done. I actually think the whole episode is ready to go, which is brilliant. So I might even start a little bit earlier, because I have been kind of getting into the habit occasionally. Well, I say that. It feels like the last couple of days I've done this, I've been kind of woefully late. Hey, Lucia. Sorry, is that Lucia or Lucia? I'm not sure. Oh, I'm guessing based on your surname, I'm going to go with Lucia, but please let me know if that is wrong. And it is very nice to meet you too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. So I'm going to wait for the room to heat up a little bit, or I could, put on something, another layer. But I will probably. I'm gonna go through it. From Argentina, lovely. I should like to go to Argentina. I have a friend who is from Argentina, but I don't think she's in Argentina right now. Shout out to Liliana. So let's have a look at our script here. I think, as I said, everything is in place. So you know what? Oh, sorry, quick yawn. You're new here, Lucia. So you'll you'll realise that things are very loose as we begin, as I sort of limber up, and then we'll properly get into it. But I'm turning on the mic. It's nice to just let's bring us in. Actually, while you're here, I was thinking about doing this on the episode, but I'll actually do it with you now while you're in the room. I would love you to have a listen to this. I wrote a description of the podcast. And Notion is being problematic and frustrating. So I need to sort that out. And so if you give me just a sec, I will find this description. And I would like very much to know what you think about it. So here we go, podcast description. It doesn't say the name of I don't think it says the name of the podcast anywhere, which is on purpose, because this is meant to be viewed in like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, where the name is already big, so you don't need to say the name again. And my name is also there as well. And then you have a list of episodes at the bottom. So that's what I'm sort of writing for here. So if you imagine you've maybe come across the app. You've come across the podcast in the app, and you're reading this description. I would love to know what this says to you. Here we go. Try juggling a creative practice, a household, and life admin, all while keeping your head above water as a freelancer. And don't forget to keep up your daily social media posting routine, and remember to stay hydrated and call your mum. Try all of these things, or listen to the daily podcast that adds a little shot of creative thinking to your morning to help you take each day at a time as you work on your big project. And then call your mum. Join creative advisor Mark as he answers real questions creators face, like, how do I build an audience outside of social media? What can I do when I'm struggling for ideas? And how can I know if I'm on the right track? There's no coachy talk, no pressure, and no marketing bro banter. Just small, practical tweaks and improvements it takes most working creatives years to realize. All delivered in under 20 minutes a day. That's that. I'd love to know what you thought. Is that fitting? What questions do you have? Because that'll be very useful, because I'm actually going through a whole process at the moment. I nearly rebranded the entire show, and then I came back to it and I was like, no, you know what? I actually like what I'm doing. I've changed the artwork a little bit. But apart from that, I'm like, actually, no, I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I've just got to get better at helping people understand what they come here for, So if you are unaware, this is a daily podcast that goes out every weekday, and I record them live. I'm usually a day or two ahead. What's the phrase I'm after? Runway. That runway is slowly diminishing, but it's fine. So yeah. But yes, so this is the Morning Creative Daily Podcast, and this is me recording it, and I do it live because it helps me make sure that I show up every day. I've been doing the live recordings now. I think this might be week 3 or 4. And in fact, if I look at my calendar, I think this is week 3. Week 3 of doing this live every day. I haven't missed a day yet, and I don't intend to. So yeah, all right. Well, that's enough faffing about for now. Let's get on and record this episode. So I am going to enter my recording software. And I'm going to hope that my tummy doesn't rumble too much. I'm feeling a little bit like Pooh Bear today. Oh, father. Oh, yeah. So this is a connection summary. So it's a summary episode of everything that I sort of know, everything that I've learned in the last 28 days about writing. Right, what am I trying to say? Everything I've learned over the last sort of 27 days about networking and connection. That's essentially the idea. Everything seems to be in order here. We are recording from the right places. I'm just going to adjust my camera, I think, because it always needs adjusting. Oh, and is it actually? Yeah, there we go. That actually seems to be okay. Lovely. Without further ado, and thank you. Playful and clear, well written. Thank you very much, Ligia. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely to hear. Okay. We are recording. I'm going to move my face out of the way. Incidentally, I'm not going to see your messages as I record, but I will see them afterwards. So if you want to chat, if you have questions, if anything pops up, occurs to you, do feel free to put them in the chat. And then as soon as I've finished, I will stop the recording and then we can have a chat and go through anything that you want to talk about. Okay, here it goes. Good luck, everyone. Coming up today, we're wrapping up our month of connections. So, what have I learned over the last 27 days about growing networks and meeting new people? Welcome to Morning Creative. I'm Mark Stedman, and as I say, all this month, we have been talking connection. So I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight into my list. Here is a bunch of around 17 things that I've learned over the last month about how we can connect, find new teammates, and expand our audiences. And I kind of feel like I'm going to channel that guy from that Baz Luhrmann thing from the late 90s that came out. You know, the always wear sunscreen. I'm kind of channeling that guy as I deliver these. Assemble a team for your creative journey. Assemble a team for your creative journey. This is a team that's going to help you steer your spaceship as we go from planet Earth to your own planet of a successful creative endeavor, wherever that might be. So that team needs to consist of a security officer who's someone who's going to back you up and challenge you, a ship's doctor who will provide care and encouragement, a diplomatic relations officer who can offer reflection and insight, a pilot to inspire courage and demand your best, a hitchhiker who will challenge your ideas and introduce a little bit of chaos. Once you've formed that team, you can then think about maintaining regular connection with them so that you've always got that bank of support that you can draw on. Next up, line up your goals with your values. What do you care about? What do you believe about the world? How can you put those beliefs into action? Write your origin story. I said origin. Write your origin story using the story of self, the story of us, and the story of now. It's a great way to help people understand where you're coming from and how they can get on board. Look into the Enneagram. Pay for a test or an assessment. Use it to understand what you need from your own creative work. Don't hide your side project from your clients. They're people. People like things. They might like the things you make. If you're hiding your work from your clients, then you're sort of hiding yourself and you're hiding your work from yourself. So be brave and share your side project with your clients. Understanding generational values and needs can help you build stronger relationships. Look into the needs and the expectations of different generations so that you can understand how to communicate with them. You can build relationships with famous people you want to become fans. Engage on social media with them, provide value, participate in discussions. Over time, they will see you. Don't push, just be aware of the opportunities to offer something of value. And the same is true of building a strong network. Lead with value. Ask what you can give, not what you can get. Be interesting. Be interested more than be interesting. Learn when the right time is to say, and then learn when the right time to say, I made something you might like. I need to phrase this correctly. And then learn when is the right time to say, I made something that you might like. This is also true of cross-promotion. Start by just telling your audience about stuff you like. Don't make it a strategic engagement between two parties. Just say, hey, I like this thing, you might like it too. And then tag the creator of that thing on social media and point them to the thing that and then tag the creator on social media and point your audience to the thing they made, not to your thing. And then email or DM that creator with a link to the thing you made, saying, I made this thing. I mentioned you in it because I really appreciate what you do. Thanks for this thing that you've made. Here's my thing. And offer them the chance to collaborate. I think if your thing is right for their audience, then they are going to want to share it with theirs. But one of the things that I've now come to realize as I'm evolving the work and as I'm reading and understanding more is if you want a specific outcome, don't be afraid to ask for it. If you do want a collaboration with them, then do ask that. Otherwise, what ends up happening is you have an expectation in your head of how you wanted that exchange to go. And if you weren't clear about what you might like from it, then you can't really be too upset if you don't get it if you didn't ask for it. But at the same token, I think asking for something and not expecting them or not believing that they have a right to respond in kind, just because you've told your audience about their thing, doesn't mean that they have to tell their audience about your thing. But it doesn't hurt to ask. Build trust by being consistent, showing your knowledge, and bringing people together. Find an area where you have discerning taste. Make a piece of content around that thing, the thing that you are snobbish about, the thing that you seem to care about that other people don't really care about. Create a LinkedIn post, a newsletter, record a short form video, and then use a discovery platform like Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or even Medium to send that out into the world. Take an uncommon or a divisive position within that piece. Don't force it, but just use your superior taste and your knowledge as the differentiator. And then once it's out in the world, let people be wrong in the comments, because then that gives you the opportunity to gently incline them to your correct opinion and show your authority in the space. Pick a word or a short phrase you want to be associated with. Choose something evocative rather than something descriptive. Make you and that phrase inseparable. For me right now, the phrase that I want to be identified with is never give up. I've already mentioned several times the plan to have that emblazoned on my wall behind me for my video studio. But I've still got a lot of work to do. It's on my website, but it's not something that I really sign off with yet. And that might be an indication for me that I'm not sure if that's the right phrase yet, or it might be that I just haven't had the courage to use it everywhere. So that's still something that I'm working on. You can find ideas everywhere, not just in TED Talks and YouTube videos and podcasts. Engage in conversations with people around you. Find communities of purpose where people like you hang out. And be the one who strikes up conversations when you overhear something. Doctors' waiting rooms, bus stops, on the train platform, anywhere where you hear a conversation that someone's definitely having out loud, not in secret. Be the person who has a little chip in, something else to offer, because you never know the fun little conversations it can spark up and the ideas that you can walk away with. Build a network outside of social media. Blogs and comments are still alive and well. They're still going. Maybe not as big as they were, but they are still a thing, as are online forums, even outside of Reddit. You can build relationships through guest blogging and being a guest on other people's podcasts. You can find some surprisingly fun conversations in queues at gigs. Take a class or go and see a seminar and get chatting in the corridors. You'll definitely meet some weirdos, but you might also meet some firm friends. And those two things are not mutually exclusive. There is definitely a lovely Venn diagram of weirdos, best friends, and then a big circle in the middle. Certainly if you're me anyway. And if meeting new people is hard, as it is for me, set a goal to make at least one meaningful connection the next time you have to go somewhere where networking is. Do that again. Set a goal to make at least one meaningful connection the next time you have to go somewhere where networking is expected. Try and land a speaking gig if you can. It gets rid of the pretext for people to speak to you. research the attendees beforehand. So you've got someone that you can look for and go and talk to. Surprising if you just go up to someone and say, hey, are you Jeff? And you have a conversation because now you know something about Jeff, and you just ask them a question if you find them interesting. If meeting people is easy, try making space for introverts. Listen, really listen to what people are saying when they speak to you. Try not to interrupt. I know it can be difficult when there's an idea burning in your brain, but it's possible that what you were going to say isn't as important as it might seem in your head right now. And finally, team up with someone on a new project. Pick something you really want to achieve. Find the right person for that piece of work. Don't just think, I want to collaborate, I should pick someone to collaborate with. Find the right person for that project, and then make sure the boundaries are clear for that relationship. Quick sip of coffee before we go into the final bit. We're rattling through. It's going to be a nice, relatively short and manageable episode. So Buddy got in touch. No, Bobby. So Bobby got in touch to ask if I was using MailerLite. I think on a live stream last week, I mentioned, it might have been yesterday, I mentioned my newsletter. And yes, Bobby, incidentally, I do use MailerLite. And I highly recommend it. It is very easy to use, and it offers little automation things that you can do. For example, I have a welcome email that goes out. So if you sign up to my newsletter, hellostedman.com, you'll get a welcome email that sort of invites you to have a chat with me, ask a question. I read the replies, and it just sets you up sort of quite nicely. But then there's lots and lots of other things to do. I have what I think anyway is a really attractive looking newsletter. I've got it all, the way I like it, and it's really easy to do. It's very drag and drop and very easy to send, and I can schedule stuff to send out while I'm recording. Episodes of this. So yeah, it's really good. If you do want to check it out, if you're looking for a piece of email software to handle your newsletter or your email communication in general, then there is a link to my then you can sign up with my affiliate link that you will find in the show notes, and that helps support the work that I'm doing. And if you've got something, a comment or something that you want to let people know about that you think Morning Creative listeners and viewers should know about, then you can find me online at Hello Stedman. That's pretty much everywhere on social media, or mark at hellostedman.com. Wow, I feel like I've really rattled through that. I think I've got. I think I'm full of beans today. That's nice. We've got lots of big hyper connection energy. So I'm gonna go and have a settle down. But we're gonna kind of keep this momentum going, because next time we are going to take up a call to arms. So I'll tell you all about that on the 1st of March. Now, if you do one thing today, pick one thing that's wrong with the universe. Something that really gets under your skin, something that grinds your gears, that you just think, I wish this were better. Put that into a piece of work today. It could be something as simple as a short blog post, or something for your newsletter, or a little web comic, or a short video that you post somewhere. Make something today and address that one little thing that I just wish that this didn't happen, or this did happen. Share it online. Share it with me if you like, and share it share it online, including sharing it with me if you like, and then just see how it makes people feel. All right. So now what will happen is the outro. That'll just end on YouTube, and then the podcast will have a nice outro that's already pre-recorded. So I don't bother with the sort of the full formal goodbyes. So there we go. That is us done. Oh, yes, I've stopped recording there. I think that is going to be a relatively short one today, because it was a big. I mean, some of the listicle episodes I've been doing lately have been really long, but that's only 13 minutes. That's going to edit down a little bit. I'm sort of pleased with that, because some of these episodes have been really, really dense. And And the promise is always 20 minutes or less. So some of these have been like, one of them was in fact 40 minutes long, and I had to condense that down to 20 minutes. So I'm quite happy to have some that don't feel quite so big and weighty. Gosh, right, we got lots of time left. Thank you for watching. Final game before we wrap up here, and I'll let you go about your day, is we've got to count the number of times I said during the recording. So here we go. According to the script, oh wow, this was a short episode, and I guess I was pretty articulate today, and as I said, full of beans and moving quite quickly. It seems I had a lot of energy. I think there are only 12 today. Gosh, look at that. 20 of sounds, plenty of 28 of those. But that's all right. That's all right. And let's get rid of anything else. Let's see. Ooh. Oh yeah, there's all that stuff that I don't need. So we've got a few false starts. So a little bit of editing, not too much. And we shall have that out. Today is the 26th, so we'll have that out on Wednesday. I've still got to edit tomorrow's episode. So I'm going to be a busy boy. With that, I will let you go about your day. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I really enjoy it. And I will be here tomorrow, same time. We might be doing something a little bit special tomorrow, which I haven't actually figured out yet, because tomorrow is not the 29th, but the episode that I will be recording next is for the 29th. And I am going to do something special. I don't know what yet, because it's a leap day. So that's why I haven't mentioned it on the podcast, because I want it to be a surprise. So I had some bold ideas for what I was going to do, but time kind of very much got in the way. So I will figure something else out. I might even talk about, I'll figure it out. Anyway, if you do want to see what I end up coming up with, then be here tomorrow, because it'll be fun, and probably a slightly longer one. All right. Goodbyes are so hard. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself and take care. And thank you very much